What is the Imperial News Network?
INN serves the Star Citizen community with up-to-the-minute news.
We bring the developers and events closer to the community.
And we love Star Citizen, whether we're flying with our team or with our supporters.
Imperial News Network works hard every week to bring the verse to you.
We are the community's #1 source for all things Star Citizen.
And we're glad to have you along for the ride.
Hello, everyone.
So my hair kind of flopped, and in a desperate attempt to fix it in the past 10 seconds, it now looks like goddamn awful. So just gonna have to live with that.
Did you say your hair flopped?
It flopped, man.
You have flaccid hair.
Yeah, it did. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh no.
Hello?
Greetings.
There it is. Hello. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I was muted. No one else. Dolvak,
Oh.
you're teleporting around. Stop teleporting. You
I'm
can't
not.
teleport. So
I don't
Eris
know
isn't
what
here,
you're
so
talking
there's
about.
no intro. I'm here, Dolvak's here, Nehkara's here, and Shiver's here. There's your intro.
And Dolvak
Sure, why
is
not?
teleporting around.
What's going on?
Let's cut to the chase. There's no pomp and circumstance. We murdered him. Eris is dead.
He's gone forever. And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad he's gone.
He was eaten by tapirs, as I understand it.
Whoa.
Yes, we hamsters right. The real team is here today. The real team. Right
It's
here.
the A-team.
The A-team. Not that Eris fool. He does nothing. He just sits there and wears bow ties.
Except our intros.
Yes. All he does is wear bow ties and make long-winded intros to our podcast.
Which, to be fair, no one else can do that. So
Yeah. It is a vital role. Dolvak, stop it.
oh,
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Verse.
what's going on?
Dolvak is upside down.
He's in Australia.
Yeah,
He's in space. He's not upside down. He's just
just hanging out, man.
different.
He's being a tapir.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a couple big things happen this week. A couple cool
Oh,
things.
really?
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Well,
me, Jake.
we are now.
What happened?
Who gave you
We're
control
now
of anything?
on 2.4 version K.
L? No, I think we're on
L.
L now. Yeah.
Oh, L, yeah.
So
run out of letters
version
in the
L.
alphabet.
Well, one of the versions that has come out.
I think this
brought
is the
with
second
it,
longest chain. I think this is the second longest we've ever gotten down
yes,
the letter.
2.0 went all the way to N.
We're
before
getting
release.
there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
So yeah, 2.4 L. Some of the cool things that was added was not really insurance per se, but it costs money to respawn your ship, or you can wait.
Money being Alpha UEC,
Yes.
which
See-
is to clarify real quick before anyone gets
Yes,
any ideas
so
in their head. This
me
is
and-
not your normal insurance. This is not digging into anything on
No.
your account currently.
No.
None of that's in.
All test
Don't-
Monopoly
Don't
money.
pay
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Dolvak were actually talking about this when we were streaming. We were like, it's weird now talking money in the context of actual in-game currency.
Yeah, other
'Cause
than
we've never
REC
talked
or
about
something.
it that way before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, we've been in this thing for so long, and now it's actually there's an economy, even though it's a fledgling economy.
Well,
it
it's not
exists.
really an economy because there's not really money changing hands
You
yet.
can make money and spend money.
You can make money and spend money. You just can't trade.
Yeah,
You
you can't really spend money. You can get money taken away from you.
That's spending money.
What's the difference between that and spending money?
You can buy things, Dolvak.
Uh,
You can buy
Buy is a
guns
strong
and
word.
clothes and armor.
Buy is a strong word. You can acquire things temporarily until you get flung across the universe.
You can exchange
True.
your time and effort in game for Alpha UEC rewards, which you can then exchange with a vendor for other items for
Imagine
use in
you-
game.
Imagine you existed in a plane of reality where random death and spontaneous combustion were commonplace. Now, imagine in this universe that there was the invention of sales and shopping. Is it really fair to say that you've purchased something and then you instantly get fucking murdered by just the fucking time-space continuum? It's not really purchasing. Like, that's like a fucked up dystopian
You get to
thing.
keep it though. You
It's like
keep-
people like lining up and then like here's your gun, sir, and then they get thrown to the incinerator. They didn't really buy that. They gave someone money and then they held something for a little bit. Oh,
You get to okay.
It's a fucking racket, is what I'm saying.
Let me
bullshit.
clarify something.
It's a goddamn scam.
Let me clarify something that Dolvak seems to be looking over. Things that you buy, you get to keep even if you die.
Sometimes. It's not maybe.
No,
But
all
there
the
is-
time until a new build of the PTU comes out.
Everything
That's
is-
like there is 100% chance though they are going to wipe it all away at some point.
yeah.
No, they have multiple times.
So yeah, every
Oh, there
single
you
patch,
go, then.
every patch they might be persistence. But no, like sometimes from my experience, you will wake up in bed. You always wake up in your normal civilian clothing, not your flight suit, and you have to go to your locker that's right there, and you have to interact with it, and it gets your weapon that you may have purchased earlier, or your flight suit or what have you, and it puts that on. But, and this is the important part, sometimes it just doesn't, and you just become immortal,
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
and you can just hang out.
there have
See,
been some
the strange
glorious
thing in this
bugs.
reality for me was, for years I had woken up in my bed and gone out and got in my ship and wandered off into the universe.
Mhm.
And then this one fateful day, I got up and I got out of my room, went down, ordered a ship, got into the airlock, and died.
Yes,
I went, wait a second. Oh, right.
you have to put on your helmet.
Someone
I-
changed someone changed something about how I wake up in the morning.
It's so funny. Like I remember someone in the chat one time was like I keep dying when I try to go outside. What's wrong? Like, dude, you got to put on a helmet now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's weird how much these basic core fundamental background changes have affected how someone who plays a lot of the actual game, how that flow works. Because
Yeah.
as someone who's been streaming a lot of Star Citizen before 2.4 came out, in 2.3 and all the previous iterations of the 2.0 verse, right? Basically, how it worked is you ran down you hopped out, you ran down the stairs, hopped over the second staircase,
Yep.
grabbed the ship, quantum to Korea, and then you fucked around there until you crashed or died.
I'm actually very happy we
I have not
were
been to
able to do the
Korea.
murder cult before this patch went live, because
Yeah,
it
'cause,
wouldn't have happened.
No one goes to Korea anymore.
Because
no one,
it's scary.
it's scary now. And also, the weapons aren't there anymore. Jake, have you been there? I went there once.
Yeah, there's
the weapons just
nothing
aren't
there.
Yeah, there's no reason to go to Korea anymore. That's not where you get weapons anymore. And so it's the basic
only-
flow of this universe has completely changed.
You can
Overnight,
earn
because
money
of this.
in Korea by either murdering outlaws or holding Korea. Or holding comm stations as an outlaw man.
Outlawman.
So, we have a pirate base being put into the game soon.
Yes! Oh, so excited for this.
That was
So-
briefly mentioned about 2.5, yeah?
Now, here's a question. Do we know what this actually is yet? Is this Gold Horizon Station?
It's probably Gold Horizon Station.
It's probably Gold Horizon Station.
It did cross my
Someone
mind
said
that
earlier that Gold Horizon, isn't that the name of the company, not the name of the station?
Well, then
Yeah, well, it's
is,
it's
but we have
a
nothing
Gold
else.
Horizon Station.
They've
We have
called
nothing else to refer to
They've
it
called
as.
they've called it Gold Horizon Station. They've called it the Outlaw Station. Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The other, it just
It's
crossed my mind that
It's that.
is there
thing.
any way that they could be subtly
there.
sliding in Nyx without like really
Well,
mentioning it directly?
I've said it
Nick's
once.
an outlaw place, so
I've said it once. I'll say it again. I just want them to put a jump point in the game and tell no one.
Yeah, exactly.
I want this, and someone just finds it, and they're like, "What? What?"
They should just
It
put in
just
a patch
leaks
note.
onto the internet. It would be amazing.
Just
I
put in
think
a
I
patch
broke
note.
Star Citizen.
Yeah, there's a hole in Star Citizen.
Put in the patch notes. Pirate base added to Star Citizen. That's it. No one
And
knows
it's
where it is.
actually
You can't find
Nyx.
it. Where the hell is it? And all of a sudden,
No.
boom! There it is. It's Nyx.
But
Fine.
realistically, so I've been working on a project called Bulkheads for a while now, and a lot of that involves digging through a whole bunch of builds, Star Citizen, and looking at stuff that ain't finished yet in the game files. And guess what? This thing right back there, that thing right there behind me, Gold Horizon, that thing is like 99.9999% finished.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure in the versions that aren't on my damn hard drive right now, that thing is finished.
It's
Like-
been finished for a long time.
Most of the stuff there works. There's a few like animations and stuff like that, and particle effects that's like a little janky. But like the basic thing is it's back there. It's done.
The only
Right?
reason
It's
why
been done.
they didn't put it in Crusaders because it doesn't go with Crusader.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Crusader's a very corporate controlled environment.
Yeah, it's it's in the Stanton system, which is all
Yeah.
businesses.
It's all corporations.
Yeah.
Which if you look at like lore wise, I mean the UEE is kind of falling apart
Mhm.
in the Star Citizen universe and this whole storyline.
Yep.
So corporations will probably have better security than some of the UEE space in some places.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
mean,
What do you think, Shiver?
It's possible they could put it in the Crusader map because it is only there for testing, but just put it so it's another landmark far away. But then how's that going to stop, someone who's an outlaw just going straight to Port Olisar and vice versa?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Going to be interesting to see how they split up the user base because it does sound like they're going to.
Well, the thing is, people go to Port Olisar as a level 5 pirate just anyways, because like the only thing to do as a level 5 pirate is just piss people off. So kind of the gameplay in 2.4 right now is become a level 5 pirate, and then go ram people off the landing pads at Olisar until they get pissed enough to come hunt you down.
They did add a couple outlaw missions in the
Did my
last
computer-
build of the PTU that only generate when you're above a certain level of wantedness. Yeah.
My computer's screensaver just went on.
Oh.
You have a screensaver. Welcome to 1997, everyone.
My screensaver is my monitor's just going black. It's its screensaver. My monitor just turned off. Whoa.
Oh, now he's Star Wars.
Cyber Dolvak.
All this time, people thought Dolvak was a three-dimensional
Audio
person.
listeners, Dolvak is being Dolvak. What else happened this
The
week?
joke's falling
A
a
ship?
little flat.
We had a new ship this week.
New ship?
There was a new ship. It is the Galactic Republic Arc 170.
Yes, it is.
No.
Also known as
Concept sale for the Drake Buccaneer went live yesterday, 3 days ago for you recorded podcast listeners. What do you guys think?
Show of hands, who cares? Not me.
Only Eric. Oh.
And Eric's only being polite.
Apparently, I'm one of like 8 people who actually likes this ship. So
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Who here actually likes Drake ships? Period. Like in general.
nope.
Yeah. Why
So
am I
you
putting
like-
my hand up? Yes, this isn't school.
So Eric, you like the Buccaneer, but not Drake.
Yes,
Okay.
this is.
Dolvak, talk about a lack of flight penis updates. That thing is just gone, man. It's
Akrok-
locked in the dong vault for all
Right.
time.
Akarok
been
decided
cut.
to give us the hot scoop that he picked up a Buccaneer. Akarok, we just assume that you buy the ships now.
Yeah, like you don't have to update us, man. We just probably Akrok has one.
We're surprised it's one.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I still think that there are too many fighting ships in our lives, but
Yep.
you know,
This was this.
they got to
This was-
appease the people.
I mean, in some scary ways, this shows you the strength of complaining enough. Because the only reason
Yep.
this ship exists is
There's a
because
whole
the
ship that
Cutlass
exists in
owners
the game.
bitched for years.
Yep.
Literal years.
Yeah,
about
literally years.
playing on the internet.
Yep.
Yep.
Here's the thing. You mentioned a second ago, like the lack of like how there's so many combat ships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do think that is a little weird in like in the world of Star Citizen, this being a world, not just a video game, and like we're a citizen, not like a military organization. You know, it's there is a military, but like we're not part of it, except for in Squadron 42. And then it's like, okay, yeah, there's guns everywhere and ships, but it's like where's my space minivans? And I think we'll probably see a lot of that. like I think we'll probably see a lot more of that when we have the bigger bounce of
I think
AI and actual that kind of thing, like the 10-to-1 ratio. But also it's we should probably remember that like the biggest bounce change that's gonna come to Star Citizen ever is probably turrets not being dog shit to operate.
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's probably
It's
gonna
like
be the biggest balance change of all time, because it means like attack, just like a Hornet can take down any ship in the game right now, or an Aurora with 2 guns can right now.
I actually, first, Wee Hamster says the minivan is the Reliant. No, that's the white box truck. That's a Reliant. No, what I want is like an actual minivan. Like I want small passenger transports.
Yep.
Like Genesis Starliner, but
tiny.
for like 5 people.
Yeah.
So you want space buses?
Yes. Little tiny boopy space buses.
Like
the short bus.
pretty much the Argo. Like more.
You want one of those
more
space
that.
taxis?
Yeah.
There are.
Like
I mean,
in,
to be
Fifth
fair,
Element.
there are a few of those ships in there. I mean, they're not quite the same, but the 85X is a people mover, and so is
That's
the Argo.
fancy. That's a limo.
The Argo's not fancy. It's just a people mover.
That's not really a people mover either. That's just a general usage ship, and that's all.
It's a runabout.
Can we be real here for a second?
It's a
The
sport
Argo
utility
is
vehicle.
the Argo is not really its own ship. The Argo is just like we just kind of cut some shit off of an Aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slice
that-
the
the
back
Argo-
off an Aurora.
The Argo is just an Aurora.
Kind of.
But yeah, I'm gonna pick one up, but not for myself.
What are you buying it for?
I'm giving it away at a follow milestone for my Twitch
Mm-hmm.
channel.
Sweet.
Um,
Go ahead.
I don't know. Anything else on the Buccaneer before we move on?
Yeah, its concept sale is not going well.
Oh yeah.
Give us the scoop.
No.
It's
The scoop.
mostly because all of the people who want one bought a Cutlass.
Yeah. And they're just upgrading with $10 or with their $10 coupon, which ends up 0.
It's a niche ship appealing to a very small section of existing Star Citizen
It's
backers.
sad because I actually think it's one of the best fighters that I've seen in the game. But
In terms of its capability, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just coming too late, and everyone already has a fighter, and they're just
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
But
I like that. Like I'm not interested as far as combat ships go. Like I have what I like, and I'm done. And I want like weird, cool shit. And, like I think the last ship I picked up, like I have a Prospector, but I think honestly, like the last ship, like the last two ships I picked up were the Prospector and the Reliant News Van.
And for me, like I wanted a combat ship, but I bought the Vanguard, and like I'm not gonna trade my Vanguard in for a exactly. I'm not gonna trade my Vanguard in for a Buccaneer. And
What's the price difference on that anyway? Vanguard to Buccaneer.
Vanguard's a $250 ship.
Yeah, it's over $100.
But it's also 2 people instead of 1.
Yeah, and it also has that insane escape pod thing in the middle.
Yes.
Which you gotta love.
Instead of just an ejection seat.
Well, there's a lot of things I like about the Vanguard that separate it a lot from the Buccaneer. It's long
utility. Vanguard has.
Its long distance ability, its durability, its ability to fight by itself. You know,
Inability to get to the dark side of Vila.
Meyer.
Uh-oh. Are you okay over there?
Okay.
Meyer came and touched our buttholes the other day.
He told us that there was a large wreck on the dark side of Yula.
And there is, and so we struggled to get there. Okay, so there's not a quantum point on the dark side of Vila.
Yeah.
So
You have to quantum past it and then back.
and even then, it's still like a 30-minute cruise to where you're supposed to go. The server would always consistently crash when we get like halfway there.
Yep.
And we did it like 7 or 8 times. And it was.
And Meyer was just hyping it up, and I'm like ready to get like.
And we were like,
ready to
does
stop.
This even exist? Is this even real? And it turns out.
And then Meyer's
it
like,
was.
"Oh yeah, dude, go over there.
I
go do it."
only ever managed to get there alone because we got there, we both got out, and he got flung 1,000 meters away.
Hang on. So you saw it, but you were alone. Meyer saw it. Was he alone?
Yes.
There were witnesses apparently.
Yeah, I've seen it too, but I was alone.
I was live streaming. In all fairness, I was live when.
No, I clipped through my Super Hornet.
Okay.
And my Super Hornet flung like hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from me, and I was just stranded in space.
And you
Nice.
got flung way far away. as well.
What ship is the wreck, or is it a station?
It's not. It's like
indistinguishable.
it's like
We
imagine
don't know.
a big object just kind of got. You know what it looks like? If you took the basic shape of a large like a large ship, like a large tanker ship, like not like a real life one of our ocean ships, like a large tanker, and you kind of like skimmed all the top off of it, and like so there's not like any debris, and you just kind of cut it in half. And like,
Can I just say, one of those ocean ships? They're called boats.
they're called ships, man.
Ocean ships.
Ocean ships. Look, we're talking about
Waterborne
spaceships here,
vessels.
so it's wise to make the distinction. All right.
I know. I
don't
just
have
like this
any
whole
bullshit
ocean
on this one.
ships.
No. I wanted to be clear and concise, so I gave the distinction so there would be no confusion, because I think it's not invalid to distinguish ocean-faring merchant boats with goddamn fake internet spaceships. All right?
Fair enough.
Scroll, y'all.
Any other news this week?
Oh, yes. Can we remember what it is?
There is, but we're not. I don't know.
I don't
Quick,
know
everyone
what
look.
it is.
No one
I'm
cares.
looking.
Oh, Mark Skelton. We should probably talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me sad.
Can you
Mark
play taps
Skelton,
real quick? Play
the
taps.
golden shirted legend is no longer with CIG. Basically, the same thing that happened to Wingman happened to Mark Skelton, He was art director. Mark Skelton is the art director. Because of that, that role was shifting more towards the LA office. So he was traveling back and forth, like LA 2 weeks, Texas 2 weeks, LA 2 weeks, and it was taking a toll on his family. But Chris Roberts actually offered to relocate him to LA, but he decided not to, because he has the chillins, he has the tiny people who would be sad if they left their friends, and they like living in Texas. That's basically the gist of Mark's post.
To be honest, Austin has a great gaming industry.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he has another job already. Actually,
apparently his LinkedIn shows him as having a new job.
I think it was Blue Point Games. I don't know.
Does anybody know what they're making?
I am gonna check that out right now.
So he'll never make anything, actually. Like the game he's working on is never gonna come out.
Line of Defense? Sorry.
Wait, no.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm crazy.
No.
Wait, is Blue Point not making the last fucking scary Dogbird game?
No.
I thought they were making that.
That's Team Ico.
Oh.
Blue Point actually does a lot of remastering work for Sony.
Oh, they remastered Ico.
So they worked on the Nathan Drake collection. They worked on the PS4 release of Gravity Rush. All that good stuff.
So, all right, that
Gear.
makes sense that they would need.
Do they have anything original?
One game.
Makes
Blast
sense that
Factor.
they would need a lot of art talent though, because that's a lot of.
Blast.
Oh, there's this old graphically shitty looking game. Let's try and make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Also, I think they did the PC port for Titanfall.
Maybe.
Oh, they did the 360 version.
Oh.
Huh.
Cool. I forgot there even was a 360 version of Titanfall.
Fair enough.
Cool. Well, we hope that he enjoys his new position, and we wish him well. Mark Skelton has been a legend in the community, so
he's a cool dude.
Yep.
Yeah, and obviously the community cares about him because we raised a lot of money for his family pretty instantaneously. So we hope all of that goes well, all that good stuff. Mark Skelton, you are the man, and we hope to run into you again at some point.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be around.
All video games are the same thing anyway, so whatever. It doesn't matter.
Don't forget as well, he will have trained his replacement. His legacy is still going to live on in the game. It's still his art direction vision that's being worked on. Well, Chris's through Mark's interpretation.
Yep.
He's been the art director for so long. So much of his
long
influence will live on. Yeah, he came on pretty early. In the project.
Yes. Super Serious says, tiny people, Mark lives in the Shire. Yes, he doesn't have children. He has hobbits.
Oh.
He lives in New Zealand?
Hobbits.
If he had his own, if he had his own village, it would make sense that he wouldn't want to leave them.
It's true. All right. Any other news?
Probably.
The Carrick is coming eventually.
Yes.
I'm excited for that.
A lot of things are coming eventually. I think actually everything is coming eventually.
One of the things I wanted to ask you guys is, do you think, because they mentioned before that they were working on the Ursa rover a couple months ago, right?
Yep.
The Ursa rover is in the Carrick. Now, do you think they're going to introduce the Carrick plus the Ursa rover plus procedural planets at the same time so you can go down and land and drive around?
Phoenix?
Probably
really
not.
Cool.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I actually think
you're betting man on that,
planets.
Okay, so to clarify, there's this kind of sentiment in the community of people thinking that, from my point of view, that like, oh my god, procedural planets are really far along, and I actually think they're not, to a point, and I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna see them at all until they are near perfect. I don't think we'll be seeing an early version of procedural planets. I don't think that's what they're going for there. I very much think that the Carrick and hell, even most ships might be out well before that. I don't think we're going to see it for a long time. I might be totally wrong on that, but the vibe
I see them before the end of the year. Frankly.
Definitely not before the end of the year.
What do you think the point of making Ursa Rover was then?
Fuck, man, I don't know.
Maybe it's in Squadron 42.
But then you need procedural planets for that.
What's the point of like not releasing Star Marine, man? I don't fucking whatever, man. Who knows? Who the?
Well, I will challenge that. I think that they have mentioned before putting procedural planets in Crusader, so I mean that's got to be pretty soon.
Maybe.
It's a Crusader map.
No. Once again, I don't think that we will be getting procedural planets at all. I believe the actual language used there was procedural technology, which to me means asteroids.
Could be the asteroid belts,
especially since they've said that like asteroids are going to be like procedurally generated and stuff like that. And we've also known for a long time that mining is soon TM for like that's coming like down the line pretty soon. Yep. So to me, that doesn't mean procedural planets. That means, hey, asteroid tech coming along well.
Fair enough.
That could fit in quite nicely because Nyx is a massive asteroid, not a planet.
That's true. Well, yep. Lev Delamar is an asteroid.
Well, yeah.
The Nyx Delamar Levensky landing zone. Levsky. Lemensky. I don't know.
That's funny.
Is the base.
We always refer to the base as being, or the planet as being Nyx, but it's actually the system that's Nyx.
Yeah, the star is Nyx.
Yeah, not the actual like place.
We even refer to like what we have now as Crusader. It's not Crusader. It's
Stanton.
Stanton.
We're
in the area
well,
around
it's the opposite.
Planet Crusader.
It's the opposite. We refer to the space. The planet that's there is Crusader. That is 100% Crusader. The system that we're in is Stanton. We refer to it as Crusader because that is the only planet there.
Well, yeah, and that's like the planetary system that we're in, right? Because all that's there is Crusader and a few of its moons.
Its moons, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even ArcCorp. Like a lot of people think that like ArcCorp is on Crusader. It's not.
No.
ArcCorp is in the Stanton system.
It's in the Stanton system.
On Crusader, first of all.
No,
it's impossible to be on it.
Well, not necessarily.
It's impossible. It's a gas giant.
Yeah, I know. And guess what? We have Cloud City.
Yeah, but ArcCorp is on a ground.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I said. First of all, I said that before you. Second of all, fuck yourself. Third of all, all I said was you said specifically it's impossible for anything to be on Crusader because it's a gas giant, and I said they ain't true.
It's not on Crusader.
Girlfriend.
You can't be on
girlfriend.
Crusader.
You can be
back and he's got sass.
Well within the atmosphere of the planet known as Crusader is possible in the fictional universe known as Star Citizen. It is
Dolvak.
A possibility, a distinct.
Does that mean it's not possible in Squadron 42?
Dolvak, are you arguing that the semantics of it aren't important?
I'm arguing that semantics are important. God damn it! Fuck yourself.
Sniffle Wizard. The second I get Twitch partnered, I will have that face as an emote. This face.
God, I hate you so much.
I know. That's why we work well together, honestly.
So, shall we take some questions?
No.
No?
Is that a question?
Do we? Because we're gonna take a break before we do questions.
All right, all right.
But is there anything else in the week's happiness?
Well, actually, I thought it was pretty interesting that we got a rough measurement on the caterpillar, which was 110 meters long.
Bigger than the Starfare.
Exactly the same size as the flight. God, I don't fucking know. I don't even know what it is anymore. Banu Merchantman, that's the one.
You're about to say
You were going to call it what I think you were, weren't you?
Flight penis, yeah.
Yeah.
Flight mobile.
I did think it was interesting that they reiterated that the Orion might be coming before the Prospector.
Can we talk about the caterpillar for a second?
Oh, of course.
That thing has caught me off guard with how good that thing looks.
Yep.
Like, as was stated earlier, I am not a fan of any of the Drake aesthetic, any forms, any parts of the Drake aesthetic. I find the caterpillar appealing in a lot of ways because I think it fits my personality in kind of the fuck it as far as its design goes. Because like, if you look at some of the shots, there's just a door. And then there's just like a guy, there's a seat and like a terminal right by that door. There's like, that's engineering. And like, you know that guy is fucking bumped.
Door, cargo, rail, done.
His chair just gets bumped every time someone just walks through that door. And that's not how I would design a ship. Because like, it's good fucking, we'll just deal with it. Fucking no. And that appeals to me very. And like
one man loo with a door that opens inside. So when there's someone in there.
The caterpillar is like the table closest to the bathroom at the diner. It's bumped every time.
Yeah.
Like that
next
ship,
to the kitchen.
That is.
No, it's next to the kitchen.
Something about that, just like in a core fundamental part of my being, is like, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of shitty. I'm sure I hate it, but I kind of like. And I don't have a caterpillar, but I kind of want one now. Specifically because of how dog shit it looks. It just looks like garbage. And like, yeah, you executed the garbage really well, CIG.
Yep.
Good.
That's exactly how it's supposed to look. So
it's Drake's aesthetic.
Yep. I really enjoyed that section, that ship shape actually. It's pretty neat ship. And I just love that the command deck can just like fuck off and fly away.
Yeah. Like the Endeavor can do that too. The Endeavor can do that too.
I kind of like how. Can I say I also kind of like how the caterpillar has kind of like a nom face, like no one else's cargo like is at the front of that thing. Like none of the other all the cargo is at like the rear on most ships. This thing just goes like and just eats cargo like out of space.
Like the Millennium Falcon.
I'm into it. Also, I want to see what happens if you you just have a whole bunch of people EVH, you open the front door and you just cruise into them. Oh. So, like currently in the current game in 2.4 and other past iterations, you've been able to build up ludicrous speeds while EVAing.
Yes,
and
ludicrous.
Coming into contact with physics grids actually just cancel all momentum. So as long as you come in as a shallow enough angle, you just go boop, and you just kind of like make this nice little cut, and you stop and you don't take damage as long as the angle is shallow enough. I'm hoping it's gonna be like that, so you can just cruise into people and just kidnap them out of space.
Hold them for ransom.
Yeah,
that would require some absolute precision flying.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's almost like the fucking cockpit should just be glued to the side.
Yes.
Maybe that would be a good idea.
All right, guys. So that's it for the news this week. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to take some questions in the chat. So get them ready. Start posting them. Do your thing. We're gonna go tinkle. Goodbye.
Hey, I'm Dolvak. Do you like to watch video games being played poorly? Well, get your sweet butt over to twitch.tv/papadolvak and twitch.tv/jakeacapella for some terrible video game it's not really fun. It's more of an event, I guess. We give away things every so often to people who don't really deserve them, and we play video games poorly. So if you're into that, there you go.
And we're back. Let me unmute them. Stand by. Stand by. Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. Dolvak's upside down and fidgeting. Time for questions. Confused asks, for them PTU testers, is the Hornet ball turret for sale? No. No ship components are for sale in the PU right now.
Yeah, so how they're actually doing it, if you're not like familiar with like the new additions, is so in Port Olisar, on the bottom floor, the floor where you normally check out your ship, like with the terminals, around that square room where with the terminals, there's that exterior kind of like hallway we can run around the entire like cube of Port Olisar, and there's all around you on the outside is the are the airlocks to get out. In the corners of that cube around Port Olisar, there are now shops. So there's a kielbasa outlet in the corner.
A kielbasa outlet?
Kielbasa outlet. I said kielbasa.
It's kasaba.
Well, fuck yourself. I'm saying kielbasa.
Kielbasa.
This is America, and I'll say what I want. Secondly, I don't remember the others. So yeah, that's it. But there's a clothing shop, there's an armor shop, there's a weapon shop. That's about it. And like it's just flight suits and clothing on one. It's just guns and med packs, and that's about it. So you can't actually buy anything for your ships in game right now.
Yeah, there's no ship shop yet.
Ship shop.
And plus, well, here's the thing too. All of the shops on ArcCorp work as well, and they transfer over to Crusader. However, Dumpers Depot has literally nothing in it still. And
you can bully the store clerks, as we found.
So, yes.
You think
oh
I'm
my
joking?
God. We tried.
Crushing disappointment. The crushing disappointment we had.
Me and Dolvak tried to make a new Big Benny's challenge.
So we were dicking around in Area 18 like the other day, and we're hopping around the new clothing store, and there's an NPC now, and you buy stuff. And he's just hanging out. He doesn't do anything. He's just behind the counter, and you can jump over the counter. So we're like getting all up in his grill, like shit talking him, and we realized that if you clip through him, but if you kind of lightly tap him, you can kind of push him a little bit. You kind of just push him a little bit. So we were shuffled him all the way. It's like painstakingly.
We got him halfway to the door.
But there's like a bubble,
shop.
and if you get him like outside of his radius, he just teleports back to where he's supposed to be. But we got him like almost outside. We were gonna hide him somewhere.
Yep.
That would have been amazing.
Almost had a new Big Benny's challenge.
Almost had a new Big Benny challenge.
You can do it to all of them, which is pretty good.
Akrok asks, what are your predictions for the Drake Interplanetary Market Research Quiz?
Yeah, I don't care. It's just one of their marketing things. They'll probably give away a free something or other. I don't know.
I think they'll probably just end up giving people the choice of what weapon they want.
Actually, I haven't done it yet.
Me neither. The Red Bear 1 asks, major design flaw, ? No docking for ships at Korea. If yes, why? If not, why? No docking. Do you mean no landing?
There is landing.
Korea?
You can land there.
There's landing pads.
I'm not
sure. I'm not sure what he means by docking, because there's actually no docking period.
Yeah, there's no docking period in this game.
You
Right
can
now.
dock you can dock at Olisar. So I'm not sure exactly.
Not sure
you
what
can
you're
totally,
asking there.
totally land though. Although not for very long.
If you clarify, we'll get back to you. No ship docking into the security station. So do you mean like that you can't go directly from your ship to inside the station? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's probably what it means. Well, it's because that stuff isn't in the game period right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
The
do that in
mechanic
Millistar
doesn't
either.
exist.
You will be able to do that at some point.
Yeah.
Not right now.
That's not a design flaw. That's the mechanic isn't in place yet.
That's a little more complicated to actually pull off.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Kylek12 asks, let's say CIG can't finish all their content by next year and they release the universe with cargo mining and maybe one other goal only. Is this a success still? Well, CIG's philosophy from the very beginning is that they don't have release dates. So, fact of the matter is, if they're not done yet, they won't call it released until it's actually done. And all of those things that were talked about are in the game. Game won't be released until then.
Exactly. I mean,
could be in 2025, could be next year. We don't know.
The question's kind of flawed because, I mean, if they don't... Honestly, I've never, or at least not recently, believed that that it's coming out next year, not the universe. I've been talking 2018 for a while because I think that it's going to take them a while to get that much crap into the persistent universe.
Here's the thing, like, there's probably going to be a mostly finished Star Citizen for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
There's no alpha and beta, and, like, there's going to be that for a long time. So what you're saying is, basically, to your question, yes, but it's not going to be, hey, this is finished, and we're just going to keep working on it.
It's just going to be what we have now.
It's just going to be, we're going to keep adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff, and then, like, when all the stuff's done, like, all right, we're done. Smack a sticker on it.
Frankly, as long as they continue to add stuff to this game and they don't ever stop, which they haven't ever stopped, I'm happy with whenever.
I also think
people are impatient.
Well, people see the pace of things moving is quite slow, but from various things I've heard, there's a lot more done than anybody or than a lot of people understand.
Well, it's one of the things whenever someone gets hired at CIG, they actually remark on the very extremely fast pace of development. They're actually surprised on how quickly things are moving at CIG. So take that into consideration. Everyone thinks, oh, it's taking forever. It's not. They're actually going a lot faster than you would think.
But yeah, I honestly, I expect to see an actual universe next year, like with multiple systems and some gameplay in there. But complete, absolutely not. And I don't think they would release it either. No I think that it's coming out well after that. Squadron 42 this year, I could see.
Yeah, maybe. I think it'll get delayed into quarter one, but
I'm
that's
not
100%
on that. But yeah, exactly.
Within 12 months of right now, Squadron 42 will be released. Guarantee that.
Episode 1.
Squadron 42. The Squadron 42.
The other iterations will be Squadron 42
Part 2.
colon.
Yeah.
Something.
I just using the word episode in the gaming community gets some fires burning. So
not anymore.
I try not to use it anymore.
Squadron 42 colon Attack of the Flight Penises will come after that.
Yes. They've decided on that subtitle.
Even though it is weirdly episodic, it's actually not episodic because Squadron 42 is meant to be a full game. Like has a beginning.
It's not episodic.
And an ending. It's
yes, it is. They're calling it episodes, Jake. I'm sorry.
No,
but their definition of episodes isn't everyone else's definition of episodes.
Episodic in video game land means like a Telltale
different
game.
They're using the actual definition. They're using the technical definition of the word episodic. They're using the technical dictionary definition of the word episodic, and because of that, technically they are correct. The Squadron 42 is episodic by nature. meaning that the various things are semi-unconnected and like
However,
different iterations. However,
Squadron 42, what is releasing in a year,
is
like Mass
complete
Effect
game.
1.
Yes, it's like
The
calling
next one will be Mass Effect 2.
It's like calling Mass Effect one game. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. It's one game.
I still think
It's
that
one
it's
episodic
gonna
game.
be
It's
a
not.
little more connected than that because you'll be the same character in the same
Not necessarily.
situation.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you will.
No,
I think
they have not said that.
You're the
You
same
can go-
character in Mass Effect.
Well,
no,
you are, but then you start over from the beginning again.
The story continues.
The story continues, but your character doesn't.
I
Like,
I do not think that in episodes, maybe
Alright, Mass
episode
Effect
2,
2
but in episode
spoilers
3,
going on right now.
episode 3, you're probably not going to be the same person at all. Like I highly doubt that.
But they want you to carry your character from one to the other, and then into the universe. So how does that work?
No,
I completely disagree with that.
you're wrong. You're just gonna have to get used to being wrong, buddy. Buddo,
Pal.
frienderino.
Well, not only that, but episodes 2 and 3 will come out after the Persistent Universe has actually launched.
So
I think episode 2 will be out before, but
Maybe.
We'll see about that.
I think there's a possibility for
it depends. I mean, they could totally like take. It could be like, okay, Foundry 42 UK, you're not allowed to do that stuff anymore. You have to work in the Persistent Universe. Then I could see that happening.
So let's just have a scenario in our head real quick. Let's say episodes 1 and 2 come out before that, before the Persistent Universe comes out, before Star Citizen is finished, right? That's just a scenario we're working off right now. So we have, let's say, a year of actual full-on Persistent Universe Star Citizen before episode 3 comes out. How are they going to narratively fill out the blank of what the hell your character has been doing for the past year and like not dying? And because
Didn't they address that as
in Star Citizen, like it's you have like a family line and your assets and stuff get handed down. But so like how is like your great grandson getting pulled back into military service for something his grandfather did?
I think Chris Roberts actually answered this though, and he said that it's done from the perspective of you're looking in a journal or diary at your past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
All of Squadron 42 campaigns happen in the past.
Yeah.
That's the design that they've
Chris
landed
Roberts
on.
is incorrect.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris Roberts. You don't know what's up.
Chris Roberts, you don't even know your own story. You are incorrect. Dolvak is told.
Mm-hmm. Look, I own this thing. See this? I have it. It's mine. So who are you gonna trust?
All right, now back to questions.
Okay, Akarok asks, in 2.4, larger ships have a 22+ minute replacement time. This is the Starfarer, the Constellation, and the Retaliator. All have a 22-minute or higher replacement time. What do you consider a fair time for the Idris?
Day.
I'm going to go with 12 hours.
I'd say a while.
I mean, if you mean in Crusader, or do you mean in like the final Persistent Universe? In the final Persistent Universe, I think a day.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'd say a day definitely. If we're here's the thing, because we know for a fact that insurance operates on in-game time and not on a like a global clock that's always ticking down, right?
Yeah.
So I'd say I think it'd be much slicker to do something along the lines of like 48 hours, but it also counts out of game time for that. But that's also messy when you start counting. Sometimes for some insurance things that count only in game time, but some insurance things count also out of game time. It'd be to the players to benefit, and I think it's a much more streamlined way to do it. And like, because frankly, like if you don't want to do anything else, what are you going to do? Just like wait for your like AFK in a corner somewhere and just watch your timer go down? That's stupid. It should count out of game time for that.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be.
But it's also messy and confusing and convoluted for some aspects of it. count in-game time only, and some aspects of it count both. I think
some of us are a bit more hardcore than others. I was sat here thinking for an Idris, 5 real days minimum.
Yeah, well,
that's fast.
We're just gonna pull a number out of our ass, but it's specifically like how they'd handle the actual counter itself. And I think specifically, it's weird to mash the two together.
I think it'll all run real time.
They said multiple times it's not.
Oh,
so you're wrong. So deal with it. Like I'm saying for a fact, I hate you. I hate all of you.
You are the worst.
You're the worst. So like they've said multiple times about the thing with insurance only being in game time, right? So we know that like 6 months of insurance is like some.
Oh, that part of insurance is in game time. Yeah,
I know, but it's still an aspect of insurance.
I think the counter will be like some measurable amount of time in the real world, or they'll express it.
Do you think that's weird?
Or they'll express it as in-game time, but you'll actually be able to understand it as like, okay, it runs 8 times as fast in the universe. So it says 8 days, but it's really 1 day.
But that's weird, man. Why?
Because Chris Evans.
You either gotta go all the way
design,
all the way one way, or all the way the other.
Nope. You go all the way both ways.
All the way both ways. All right, let's move on.
The universe just explodes then. I don't know.
Confused asks, after we've clarified what REC means, can you use REC rentals in the mini PU? Yes, 100% you can. You have since the start.
Yep.
Since 2.0.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
Totally. Really? I've done it.
Yeah. We've done it. Like, I'm doing it yesterday. It was working in the PTU as well.
I mean, eventually, probably not. But
no, eventually,
right now, yes.
like the design is you're not supposed to be able to.
But now, you absolutely can do that.
Yeah, I think it's too complicated right now to actually make that happen.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna phase out REC totally.
Yes, REC will go away.
Nope. I don't think so.
Well, or no, AUC will go away.
Rita Commander and Star Marine will still exist in the final game.
No. I'm saying I think for the purpose of testing, since they're moving away from the web interface entirely, I definitely see like REC going away, and instead like subscribers getting a lot of AUEC for testing stuff.
An enormous quantity, yes.
And then it's just like, and then the same thing happening. And basically, I think AUEC will just take over the purpose of REC.
One of the two will REC go away.
Out. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we will see AUEC stay for a longer period of time.
I personally think the rec will stay, and it will, but eventually you'll only be able to use it to rent things in Arena Commander, which is an in-game game. So it will matter a lot less.
But you gotta remember that like eventually Arena Commander is gonna turn into an in-universe simulation game, which you can actually go to a place and play Arena Commander in Star Citizen. In which case you would use actual UEC instead of some meta credit.
Why? So we use in-game
because it's in universe. It's in universe.
Exactly. We use in-game currencies all the time.
I'm gonna fucking stab you right now.
NYXT has a.
We don't actually use gold in real life to pay for things in World of Warcraft.
NYXT has a good suggestion.
What? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying REC has never been in game.
Oh my god.
The people of Star Citizen in the universe, in lore, in the lore of Star Citizen, have never acknowledged the existence of REC. It's a meta layer made by Cloud Imperium Games, the real-life creators of the fictional video game Star Citizen. REC does not exist in the fictional universe of Star Citizen. So if you want to use something in the fictional universe of Star Citizen that is a fictional establishment for the purpose of generating currency, you'd have to give them the fake currency, which they acknowledge as currency, not the fake currency that they do not acknowledge as currency.
So when I bought my account and it said it comes with 5,000 UEC, why wasn't that on my account when I first started?
Because God hates you, Shiver. He hates us all.
All right. I want to get to freaking Nick's suggestion. It's very good. He agrees with Shiver that it should be a month to respawn the Idris. However, there should be ways, missions and tasks and things to speed that up.
I could see that. Like you could actually provide the equipment or like the supplies and raw materials to rebuild it.
Well, it's even simpler. If you remember, Jake, how it's actually implemented currently is it's actually not like a flat fee. So like currently in the 2.4 PT,
that's right.
The basic level of insurance, and it's like, all right, you died. It's gonna be 10 minutes before you can get your ship back, or 5. I think it's 5. It's 5. And so, but how it works is
variable now.
You can also pay 3,000 UEC, Alpha UEC, to just get your ship back instantly.
Every 10 seconds it goes down.
It ticks down a little bit. So at the point you're like, I'm not gonna wait 2 more minutes. I'm just gonna spend 200 UEC and just get it. I could definitely see that. So that's even a simpler thing where you can just go get a different ship and play the game in any form you want. You don't have to do designated missions. You can just go do whatever you want to do.
I still think it would be a way better design to actually go like, okay, we're rebuilding your Idris, but if you help us gather the raw materials for it, we'll.
That'd be cool. But also, it'd be boring as fuck the third time you have to go do that shit.
But what if you just have it?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't lose your Idris 3 times then, Jesus.
Idris 3 times?
Yeah. Whatever the hell are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing to lose your Idris that many times?
So, are you saying you're after 5 or 6 years of playing Star Citizen, you're not gonna die 3 times in the Idris?
Sure, but in that time, it would be boring.
Hang on a minute. If you're going to spread out 3 things over 3 or 4 years, and who gives
what would you rather have? The option to do whatever you'd like at the time as a player because guess what, buddies? You're going to have things in Star Citizen you're going to find tedious and boring and stupid. What would you rather have? The option to do whatever that you goddamn please, or some set fucking canned bullshit?
I want to see people who are stupid enough to lose a javelin 3 times.
I'm gonna go grind this parts in a cave.
This isn't your usual thing. We're not rewarding your knowledge. We're going to punish your ignorance.
I'm gonna go grind mobs in Dust Wallow Swamp for a while for my Idris parts.
You just lost a javelin. You deserve to be flying in a. No, you deserve to be wiping the toilet of an Aurora, not even flying it.
1,000 needles and grounds of fucking harpies.
Stop for a second.
Goddamn level my cooking for Idris.
You lost your Aurora. There's a death squad coming to take you away.
Go do my dailies, my Ulduar dailies. Go run 3 heroics for fucking Idris parts. Fuck that. I'm done. I'm so done.
Okay, there's actually a precedent for this kind of, because as was mentioned, the javelin will be, the people who own javelins will get them as like a husk of a ship. That won't have any weapons or engines or power or anything. So you're going to have to basically rebuild javelin to be able to use it. So that there's at least a precedent there. So it'll be interesting to see if they use that method for when you lose one.
So they don't need to invent something
Someone
new.
says if you lose a bangle, your account's just gone. You're banned from Star Citizen.
It's a game. What was that game?
Banned.
Jake, what was that Flock game where it's like you had like 1 life and then it banned you from the server? And it was like not very good.
There was a multiplayer game where you can spectate, and people who are spectating are randomly selected to be entered into the game. And if you die, you're forever banned from the server. There's only 1 server.
So basically, you just fuck you. Get out of here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I remember seeing it at PAX, and I was like, "This is insane," and I love it.
I remember seeing that at PAX and being like, "This is insane. It's probably not gonna do very well." And guess what? It didn't do very well. So people saw you can only play this once. Fuck that, and just like no one cared.
Yep.
Like fucking nobody gave a shit.
See, somebody went, you know how we could save on server costs?
Yeah, just ban people.
And then unfortunately it just
everyone on the Bangle loses their account just instantaneously.
all like 400 players.
Yeah, they're all gone. Just completely banned.
Do you think there's like an active community of players around that game? I think that's
probably
possible.
like 7 or 8. Yeah.
It's just like they're real into it.
Yeah.
Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die.
All right. There's no good questions. Our holiday, we've talked about that too much. I'm sorry. No more.
Yell about some LTI some more and some Squadron 42 release date stuff. We just mashed the two together to just one unfold.
Danastarum asks, how many Overwatch loot boxes have you purchased?
Too many, friend.
Absolutely none, because I'm not playing it.
I'm resisting the urge to play Overwatch.
Why?
I have too many other things to play right now. And if I
It's so
start playing,
good, though. No, that's the thing, though. Overwatch, you can just go in for 8 minutes. That's it.
You don't fall,
just go in,
that's what
one
they
match,
said about
that's
Rocket
it.
League,
You're out.
and I haven't left for years.
I'm still playing the same game. This overtime's been ages.
It's like Team Fortress. It's just that shooter you just go back to. Like you're bored. I'll play some Overwatch.
I feel like the first iteration of the Matrix that was like too perfect, and like people rejected it. I feel like I'm in that right now with like FPSs, and like Doom came out, and now fucking like Overwatch. I was like, what the fuck is happening? This is something's not right here. Something's not no.
So, can you guys explain something to me really quickly? I know we could be wandering off in Doom direction.
Fuck it.
All I heard about Doom during the beta was how much shit it was, and it was a terrible fucking game. Everyone hated it.
The multiplayer is real bad.
And then it came out, and everyone's like, "This game's amazing."
Yeah,
the multiplayer is real bad.
The player campaign is actually fantastic. The multiplayer,
yeah, the single players.
So basically, it's Doom.
Yeah, and so what's weird is everyone's like really confused because Doom is the game that doesn't have the right to be any good, but it shows up out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I'm actually all right, guys, and people are like, what the fuck is happening right now? And everyone's just real confused because they didn't send out review copies. And you know what not sending out review copies means? This game is probably not very good.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Guess what? It's actually fantastic, and I don't know.
Why would they do that? That's really strange.
Because I don't think InTech knows what they're doing anymore.
Isn't it just Bethesda though?
No.
Miami Bet says he'll play TF2 if I want something like that.
owned by Bethesda.
But imagine if TF2 was more complex and better.
Mm-hmm.
Then Overwatch is that.
See, the problem right now is that Overwatch doesn't have hats.
But it does, though.
Pretty much hats. More or less has hats.
I know. I'm just joking.
All right. Let's see.
If TF2 had been made in the year 2016, it would be Overwatch, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch has 10 years of progression on TF2 at this point.
I wanted to talk about Red Bear One's question.
Sure. Yes, I was
You
about
good with
to
that?
ask that question.
Okay, question is, since 2.4 took a bit longer, how long you guys think it will take to get to 2.5, and what will be in there?
Hopefully next month. Woo!
So this is a gigantic patch, which is why it's taken 2 months. As well, you guys know that. I'm pretty sure that 2.5 will probably follow pretty quickly. I think it'll be done in a month, like the previous ones were, because it'll probably be mostly trying to fix all the bugs that cropped up in 2.4.
Yeah.
Plus adding another ship, probably the reliable.
Work is being done on 2.5, and that has been the case for the last 3 weeks. So
And you have to remember that these patches aren't like a linear thing. Like they finish 2.4 and then only then start working on 2.5. It's not how that works. Like the artists finished all their shit was finished weeks ago.
Well, many weeks ago, yeah.
Maybe even months ago for this patch. And so they went, all right, and they started working on the next thing. So like there's groups of people that fall in on working on their portion of that when
Hell, there's probably people working on 2.6 right now.
Probably no. There's probably people working on 2.7 and 2.8 and 2.9
that's how game development works, guys.
I know. Yep. Yeah, they're working on. They're not working on patches. They're working on things, and then they divide that up into patches. It's not like
precisely
as it comes round and it's ready for sending something out. It goes in.
So persistence is in-ish, and shopping is in-ish. What's the next big feature to make an appearance?
Mining and cargo. They've said it's going to be one of those two for a long time.
Well, you got to think that cargo has to come before mining, or at least at the same time.
Probably.
It's gonna be cargo.
Yeah, I think so.
And
then,
like, impossible to tell, but
and there'll be millions and millions of YouTube videos of people stacking cargo boxes all over the damn place.
Think about it.
Big Benny's on steroids.
Local physics already works. We've loaded Big Benny's things onto ships and flown them around the universe. It works. Yep. The system is robust. They just have to make the UI work with it.
Yeah.
And
the tags, so that you actually know what your cargo is.
Yeah.
I'm carrying.
Miami Bet says Reliant Flyable 2.5. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So do you think the cat's going to be hangar ready for 2.5 or something else?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Why not?
Absolutely. No one agreed with me that the Starfarer was going to be in hangar in 2.3 and flyable in 2.4. And guess what? Here we are. Both Starfarers are flyable in 2.4.
I gotta give them.
I have always consistently said that the Starfarer will be flyable in 2.4.
Well, you haven't been on the podcast for a few
in like
weeks.
3 weeks. I know. Been doing things.
NYXT says Reliant Diable in 2.5. I wish.
No, it will always be INN Blue.
INN Blue. All right, more questions. That would be lovely. No.
Confused got banned for excessive use of symbols.
Yeah, he put 4 symbols in a row. Moobot takes no craps.
He put 4 in. He should know better. 3 is correct. No more. More than 3. That's just too much enthusiasm. Madness.
Hey guys, we need questions. Ask
questions. Really, we need like one more question, and then we can do some housekeeping.
One really controversial question.
No, because then there won't be any time for housekeeping. Dolvak will just scream into his microphone for 10 minutes.
I mean, that's like what I do on a normal day anyway. So
why is the Super Hornet the sexiest double-seater?
The quality of the question is not really the issue here.
Red Bear 1 asks, when do you think we can shoot debris in the verse or actually use our ejection chair? Ejection seats have been in since like 1.1.
Yeah, that works.
You can also shoot small asteroids at the moment as well.
If ejection seats, if the button doesn't work for you, that means your ship doesn't have an ejection seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, some don't. A lot of the multi-crew ones
don't.
A lot of the bigger ones do not.
You can just imagine that on a multi-crew ship, though. Just get all your friends sat together and then, oh hi everyone.
All right, we'll do these. We'll do these rapid fire. Etric asks, "What do you think of the 2.4 keybinds?"
It's goddamn bullshit. It's what they are.
They're great.
I think they're okay.
They're
okay.
terrible.
It's my own keybinds anyway.
Literally, that's what keybinds are. You can rebind them. That's how
No.
PC gaming works.
Yeah.
I can, but I'm too lazy to.
Next question.
NYXT asks, when do you think we'll be able to visit hangars this year?
Definitely this year.
Harold Zagnet asks, is the Buccaneer a time limited sale or just the LTI time limited? It's a concept sale, so it'll be on sale for about a week or so. Danistarms says, can you shoot people on your ship yet? Yes. Thank God.
Fix it, yeah.
Yep.
It's still a little janky, but you can do it.
It's janky, but you can totally murder people.
Clarify, Buccaneers on sale till next Monday. So June 6th.
Yes. And then Miami Bat asks, do you think 2.5 would maybe introduce female avatars? No.
If we keep asking questions, will you ever stop? No.
Stop what?
Yes. Right now. We have come to the end of the show, everybody. Oh, thank you for all your questions. Thank you for putting up with Dolvak. I have to apologize for Dolvak every week.
I also apologize for Dolvak.
Yeah.
What's going on this week?
All right. So, oh my goodness, they asked the freaking deep questions at the end. P42 Alpha, no, insurance is a money sink like a repair bill. Okay. Okay, so coming up on INN, Dolvak, you were supposed to write a preview for the Behemoth's new video game, Pit People.
Guess what? I've been really busy, man, doing some things.
Just write the article. I'm giving you a deadline.
Oh God!
I'm giving you a deadline.
It's probably for the best. I'm doing things, man.
This week.
No, that's pushing it, but all right. You know what?
It's a 500-word preview. It doesn't take that long.
I'll do it for you, buddy.
Okay.
You know. It'll probably take me about 15 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah. Also coming up, we have an article about Stellaris from the two people below my head.
Yep. Tuesday. It's already Shiver's got most of his done.
Shiver.
What just happened? I totally missed it.
Gonna need a bigger umbrella.
Oh God.
All right. Also, for those people who are listening to the recorded version of this podcast, you heard this advertisement already, but I don't care. If you want to watch really bad video game live streams, go over to twitch.tv/JakeAcapella or twitch.tv/PapaDolvak. Should I actually change your name on the podcast to Papa Dolvak? Should I switch it over?
You probably should at this point. Yeah.
Okay. Next podcast you're on, it will not be old Dolvak. He is now everyone's Papa.
Anyway, okay. Also, so if you have been unaware, myself and Fiendish Feather have resurrected Bulkheads from its watery grave.
Yes.
And for the past 2 months, we've been working very hard on Bulkheads.
That's why he's done no work for me.
You have no idea how much work has been going into that by a whole lot of really talented people. On Friday, Thursday, we actually wrapped up our first recording session for Bulkheads.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. And so
Can't wait to see it.
Episode 1 is probably coming out next week. That's very hesitant. That's not official, but it's probably coming out next week.
Don't commit to a date if you can't commit to a date.
I'm not. All the animation's done, man. It's visually done. We're just working on some audio bleeps, and Vince has that. I mean, we all know Vince. Vince will fucking do that shit. It's fine.
He still owes me a preview too.
It's probably gonna be out by like Monday, but we'll see.
Okay, so if you're listening to the recording of this podcast, look for it. Probably, maybe.
It might also be like delayed like 6 weeks. We'll see.
Either one. It's either Monday or August. Monday or August.
Never underestimate my incompetence, okay? But it's quite. Bulkheads is quite a thing right now.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the trailer for it, just go to youtube.com/fiendishfeather and you'll find it.
That doesn't work anymore. Go to the Bulkheads TV. Go to bulkheads.tv because we're fancy.
What?
Like
you
that.
have a freaking domain?
Wow.
Oh, snap, son.
Get your head right there. Bulkheads.tv. It's infinitely fancy. It's real fancy.
Yeah.
We upload the trailer so it has like 100 views.
Are you doing a giveaway? Are you doing a giveaway at 500 follows on your channel, Dolvak?
We'll see.
I am. So don't follow Dolvak. Follow me. If you want a Buccaneer or a starter package or something equivalent to a starter package, yeah.
Here's the thing. I only commit to things that like I don't have to do any work for because all my work on Bulkheads is done at this point. So I'm just committing to a date for other people. fuck them, right? For that, I've committed to something for myself, and I'm not.
DJ Knight. I like how DJ Knight rolls in right at the end of the podcast. Thanks, DJ Knight. Appreciate it.
Yeah, here.
So,
is the feud starting? The feud has begun.
Can I just quickly get in? I've just published Silence's new MVP interview that is now live up on imperialnews.network.
Who's it with?
That would be with a engineer. He's a dyslexic engineer. Or he's an engineer that only works on the underside of ships.
I just got myself timed out.
Did you time him out?
No, Moobot timed him out.
That's funny.
He did this.
There are interviews with Foundry 42 up on Reddit as well if you haven't read on imperialnews.network and the YouTube if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, go watch those.
Yeah, so you guys actually invaded Foundry 42.
Yes,
we did.
Last week. Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that, they're all up in the front page of INN at the moment, so go check that out. Shiver rubbed his body all over Foundry 42.
I even sat on Adam Parker's lap.
Yep. So go check that out.
He never called me the day after.
So I'm going to be working on a concept sale analysis for the Buccaneer. However, CIG has said that if 2.4 comes out, they're going to start another sale, which will totally screw it up. So hope for 2.4 to be delayed for a week and a half.
If only to serve Eric's article.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, usual content, INN, 10 for the something on Monday, probably developers.
All the transcripts.
Is devs.
Is devs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Chris is not here.
Chris Roberts,
he's in
never
Monaco.
Back.
Yeah. Well,
he's living in his chocolate constellation that's life-size.
He's allowed himself the one day a year that he's allowed to have off.
Well, I don't think so. I think that he's working.
He's
on
probably
filming
actually still working from the hotel wherever he is.
Apparently, Akrok is expecting the community to turn on me.
Okay. Then we have Bug Smashers this week? I think so.
No, it was last week.
It was last week. Okay.
Wait,
I thought it was a subscribers RTV last week and Bug Smashers this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bug Smashers will be this week. Yeah.
Okay. Fiction this week, probably by Props. Maybe it's Fourth Oracle. I don't remember. Fourth Oracle is probably working on an article, maybe.
Fourth Props Oracle Fiction.
Marksman. Transcripts at ATV and RTV Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Get your booties right back here. Twitch.tv/INN live.
I can't.
If this is your first time watching the show, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hit the follow button if you want to keep listening. But if you actually look at the thing, we're just here every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's the same every week. It's never different. Actually, it might be different next week now that I'm saying this. Thank you so much, everybody. Please go to imperialnews.network for all your INN goodness. Patreon.com/Imperial News Network if you want to support us. All of that money is going to our CitizenCon trip this year. So thank you so much for that. You guys are the best. We love you all, but we love our Patreon backers just that much more. Goodbye, everybody. This has been Inside the Verse. We will see you next time. Farewell.